Alright guys, here we are to review the trailer for the movie The Last Man.
Yeah, stealth starring a Hayden Christensen that I could not recognize.
The still they chose for this does not look like him at all. It looks like Joe Everyman and Tom Cruise had a baby. Like
it looks like the guy from Parks and Rec that's dating Leslie Knope for a second for me. I was like, what the fuck?
Sure, I can see that.
So that guy's an action hero now too, just like Jim from The Office. This is great.
That's what they do.
Yeah, you gotta
get abs and get a gun. You gotta
step up, exactly. Get your six-pack, get your gun, report for duty. I don't hate Hayden Christensen. I think he
seems to be universally hated, but yeah, I don't hate him at all.
He's had a raw deal. I actually liked the movie Jumper a lot.
Yeah, Jumper was good. I would have liked him to make the rest of the movies, but what are you going to do?
Everyone said Jumper was so bad that I watched it for the first time with the director's commentary on it.
Okay.
So I got to hear them explain all of the nitpicks that everyone had, and they were like, "Yeah, some people don't understand that it's like it's like swapping like an area around you. Like we even had all the water in the library to make it very clear."
Very obvious.
So like people don't seem to understand that. So then like then later they complain about this, like all these different things or whatever, and they're like, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's trying to prevent him from tearing holes in space time. It seems like it's a bad thing to do or whatever. I don't know. It seemed pretty obvious. Like all these different things. So then I watched it again before I returned the rental with the commentary off, and I was like, this movie's not bad at all. And then I went out into the world, and everyone's like, this is the worst movie ever. What's wrong with you? And I was like, this movie seems fine. It's not amazing, but it seems fine.
I thought it was fine. There would have been two more if it would have been a success, and that would have been good.
And like most importantly, he's fine in it. He doesn't detract from it. He's doing a certain thing. And after all the Star Wars stuff,
well, I didn't like him in Star Wars, but I didn't like the character because it was written poorly. It wasn't his fault. He did it as it was said.
No, and Ewan McGregor is the only one that comes out of that smelling okay, basically. And even some of the stuff that they make him say is awful, right?
Yeah,
so
all of them.
Natalie Portman, Academy Award-winning actress Natalie Portman, is wooden and horrible in those movies. So you can't blame anyone in those movies for not doing a good job.
No.
And I'm glad. So I don't know how much acting he's been doing if I just don't know about it, but I'm glad something's happening, right?
He's had a movie every couple of years, at least. But let's check out The Last Man. I predict that will not relaunch his career.
No, and this trailer's even really weird.
Yeah.
Like it has a voiceover, one man who would do this and not do that or whatever. Yeah, it's very strange.
The time period jumbling of this trailer looks so weird. Where at one part it's like, okay, is he in World War II?
Right.
And it's like, okay, he's like a journalist. And then it's like, all right, he was a homeless man or something. Like,
yeah.
Harvey Keitel usually is in pretty decent movies, and this, I don't know what's happening here. I must have known a guy or something.
This I would, I feel like it's more a bad trailer than a bad movie. I think that I would quote unquote see this anyway, or whatever.
This doesn't do it for me. This every part of this looks old to me. It looks like something that would have been released 15, 20 years ago.
Even the trailer though too. It's so strange. I'm perversely curious more than anything else. I'll forget about this in 5 minutes, but this I wouldn't compare it. I would compare it, I think, to Equilibrium or 12 Monkeys or something weird like that.
If you ripped the script and then tried to make it after not seeing
No. I mean the scale and the look of it or something. It seems really strange. I'm not sure how this exists.
This looks to me like a movie that was like, okay, we can make this for $20 million. And they're like, okay, we'll give you 3. And,
no, I know, yeah. It seems like this weird.
It looks because how it's dark and gritty in its nature reminds me of a trailer that would be before a drama on a VHS. The trailer itself looks old to me, and not in its quality. It's not like, oh, it looks like it's shot on VHS.
No.
It has an old vibe to me, like when. Movies were a little different and less spoon feeding would have happened.
100%.
But I don't think that it doesn't excel because of that. It's just oh no, it reminds me of that. Oh, this tastes like a food I don't like.
Oh, this tastes like something. I don't care for that.
Yeah.
No, I like the street scenes remind me of a giant mnemonic or something like that, or a weird. It has a weird feel that I can't quite understand. I'm not sure how this happened, and I'm very curious based on that. I do think it'll end up I don't know. I assume it's going to be boring. The problem with this...
That would be my guess.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like this. Like you were saying with the budget, and I was saying with the... there are movies that are about the world, and they don't have enough money to show the world.
Yes.
So they just show 20 people, and they show the one place. But the movie's about the world. and that can get you into trouble if you take yourself too seriously and if they act like the whole thing or whatever like that, right?
And this has a very
So,
serious tone.
right. We have to set up something where, like, I don't know, there's no other people anywhere else or something like that. You have to do a weird thing where you're in space or, like, the world's destroyed and there's one mega city left or something. I don't know. Very concerned about this, very interested and, like, confused about this. I can't imagine how this exists. And like I said, I'm, like, so curious that that's going to carry me through this. I don't know where my thumb lands, but I am taken aback by the existence of even just the trailer, let alone what the film would be.
Well, it is in theaters and iTunes on the same date, which is a sign of quality for me.
A lot of things do that, though. In all
I know a lot of
fairness.
things are bad in my defense.
Sure.
And I think this will be right in the pocket of bad. So I'm thumbs downing.
Yeah, I'm like ambiguous. So we got like a no
All right, so
vote.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's our thoughts on The Last Man. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.